I still have it. I picked it up. I will give it a read. But yeah, so I know you're more of a streaky guy than Krypto guy.
Well,
so I'm curious to see how you come out of this.
I'm more of a cat person than a dog person. That's maybe more accurate than specifically streaky. But yeah, so basically this starts off in Krypton. It's kind of Krypto as their dog. Clark's a baby, and the elves are talking about what's happening on the planet, and they're getting more worried about it. There's some sort of stuff here where like this woman on the street talks to Lara about the quakes and says, "Oh, everything's going to be okay," and Lara's like, "Nah, it's not. I'm sorry," and walks away. Like, it basically shows this idea that there is this delusion that the council's convinced everyone that there's nothing wrong with the planet's core, but Lara and Jor-El know exactly that there is. But all of this kind of comes from like Krypto's perspective, where he's getting fed, he's been called a good boy. There's an adorable page where he snuggles up to baby Clark. There's a full page spread of him with his paw over baby Clark. So where the issue goes though is that whilst Lara and Jor-El are testing their prototypes for a ship, they need to do a test with something living inside of it. And this is where it occurred to me that I've never really read any version of like how Krypto shows up. Like, obviously he gets to Earth somehow, but I've never actually read any version of it. I'm like, oh, this is how we're doing it. I'm actually going to get to read a version of this. So they put Krypto in the pod, kind of like Einstein in the DeLorean in Back to the Future, or like monkeys set into space. Well, I say monkeys, it was chimps. But so they're doing this test, and they send him out into orbit, and they're going to bring him back down, and they're saying he's a good boy. They can talk to him over the computer. And the art's really good here, because you see Krypto looking really surprised as he's getting blasted off into space. And I thought, yeah, an actual dog would be shitting themselves during all this commotion. But as he's in space, though, there's a lot of unstable wormholes near Krypton, and one starts to suck his ship in. So they realize that they're about to lose Krypto, and they start saying that he's a good boy, and they say that they love him, and the message gets cut off as he goes through, and the signal's lost. So we follow Krypto, because this is not about the elves and the destruction of Krypton. We can read that in several other stories.
Yes. We
follow Krypto's ship going through a wormhole. He goes to sleep, and he lands in a lake somewhere on a planet. And it does turn out to be Earth. But for a second, I was wondering if did he get to Earth first? Did he go somewhere else, before he got here? And he gets out, he swims to the side, he shakes it all off, and it's all these silent panels of just him wandering. He gets to Metropolis. You see a sign saying Metropolis 50 miles, and he encounters a homeless man in an alley. He has to run away from him because the guy kicks him because he's trying to go for his food. So Krypto, gets through a fence, and it looks like he even cuts himself a little bit on this mesh fence as he's going through. There's a little bit of red. So it's like, oh god, Krypto, what's going on with you, boy? And the end of the issue is he runs into someone who says, oh, you look lost, you seem like a good boy. And the final page reveal is that the person who has found Krypto is teenage Lex Luthor.
Oh, god damn it.
And that is the cliffhanger of the first Krypto issue.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Can't leave Teen Lex alone. You had me. Then you get Teen Lex. And is this before or after he tried to be a hero with Dr. Farm and to fight Mr. Graft, whatever the hell their names are?
I assume before.
Gotcha.
I mean, who knows how long Krypto will be around Lex? I don't know. Clearly, this is a good bit of time before Superman is active. So
yeah.
I assume that the book is going to probably end with, like, living with Superman, but, like, how does he get... What adventures and what people does he interact with before he gets there? But it is interesting, though, because technically he should already have powers since he's on Earth, right? Because of the sun?
Right. Yep.
But no indication of that yet, I don't think. But we'll see. We'll see. It was not bad, though. I think it was sweet enough. I think people who like dogs and who like Krypto are probably going to find some moments in this really heartwarming or really soul-destroying, depending on the moment. It pulls on the heartstrings. honestly, the cliffhanger with Lex, I just kind of need to see where that goes before I've got an opinion on it, because it is kind of a bit of a shock thing. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be Clark, because they were hiding whoever it was going to be someone else. So, I don't know. We'll see.
With their wormholes and whatever, timey-wimey.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah.
But if Lex is a teenager, though, then presumably Clark is somewhere similar in age at this point.
Right.
So, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, honestly, it was a nice enough read. I will say, though, I did leave this till last, and I did consider, do I need to read a Krypto book? Does this feel like something that's essential? And I wouldn't say it does feel essential, but it was an easy enough read. It didn't feel like a chore or anything like that. So, I do think I might. It kind of depends, like, how packed and busy the following like months are on the week this comes out. But I certainly am not opposed to reading more of this, because I think the art is pretty solid. It's very expressive for Krypto, which is why it can pull on the heartstrings, because it can make him look sad or happy or excited. You get all those various things throughout, and because he's got superpowers now, you can at least assume he's going to be okay for the most part, other than maybe feeling lonely, perhaps, depending on who he ends up with. So we'll see. I'd probably give this like a 7.5. I think it's pretty good. Pretty good. I just don't know if the end game is going to be worth the effort of doing a Krypto book. It just kind of depends.